Today, we delve into the remarkable story of the Five Arrows: how the House of Rothschild engineered the first truly global financial network. This journey will explore how they ingeniously solved the complex problems of distance, trust, and risk, laying the very foundation for international banking as we know it. Our insights are drawn from a deep dive into the Rothschild archive. In 1776, Adam Smith, the theorist, introduced the world to the invisible hand in his Wealth of Nations, articulating economic principles in the abstract. But it was Mayer Amschel Rothschild, the architect, who practically built the first cross-border liquidity network. He stabilized sovereign economies long before institutions like the Federal Reserve even existed. As Investopedia aptly puts it, the Rothschild banking model laid the groundwork for global investment banking and multinational finance. Mayer Amschel Rothschild's governance strategy was nothing short of revolutionary. To secure the family fortune and ensure its longevity, he implemented what we call the Frankfurt Protocol. This involved distributing his 5 sons: Amschel in Frankfurt, Nathan in London, James in Paris, Solomon in Vienna, and Karl in Naples to key commercial capitals across Europe. This dispersion wasn't random, it was a deliberate strategy to create an interconnected financial web. He also included strict provisions against female inheritance to prevent capital dilution, ensuring the family's control remained centralized yet geographically distributed. Let's look at Nathan Rothschild's pivotal role in London as the banker to the crown. His influence was immense. For instance, in 1823, he provided a loan of £125,000 to King George IV. Despite declining a knighthood in 1815, preferring to remain plain Mr. Rothschild, his proximity to the British crown was undeniable and absolute, cementing the family's influence at the highest levels of power. The Rothschilds were masters of logistics, turning it into a significant advantage, particularly during the blockades. While some myths suggest news of Waterloo arrived via pigeon, the reality was a sophisticated courier network and credit notes. They effectively became the blockade runners, moving value when others couldn't. For example, by paying Wellington's troops in local currency via Vienna, they ingeniously avoided the perilous task of transporting gold across battlefields, securing both efficiency and safety. In Naples, Karl Mayer von Rothschild pioneered what we now recognize as public debt administration. He successfully rehabilitated the credit of the Bourbon monarchy, fundamentally shifting the family's role. No longer merely court factors, the Rothschilds became public bond issuers, notably listing 15 million ducats of redeemable bonds on the London Stock Exchange in 1822. This innovation laid crucial groundwork for modern government finance. The Rothschilds' American strategy was particularly insightful. They believed there was no need to go to America if their intelligence was good enough. James de Rothschild championed this approach. Agent Aaron Palmer provided regular, detailed correspondence on events like the 1837 panic and state loans. This meant that paper trails and robust information networks effectively replaced the need for physical travel, proving that strategic intelligence could be as effective as direct presence. Moving to 1845, the Rothschilds created what can only be described as a mercury monopoly. By controlling the mercury mines of Almaden and Idria, and employing agent Lionel Davidson in Mexico, they gained control over the essential ingredient for refining the world's silver supply. This strategic control over a crucial input allowed them to heavily influence the output global currency, demonstrating their astute understanding of commodity markets and supply chains. The family also played a crucial role in the industrial pivot, financing the steam age. In 1837, Solomon von Rothschild financed the Kaiser Ferdinand's Nordbahn. This was far more than just a transit project, it was an integrated industrial loop. The family owned the coal mines, the ironworks that built the engines, and the railway itself that connected these vital components to Vienna, showcasing early vertical integration in industrial ventures. By 1855, the Rothschilds were appointed the official sovereign financial agents for Brazil. In this role, they managed Brazil's foreign debt, controlled exchange rates, and oversaw commercial policy directly from London. The depth of this relationship is staggering, with the Rothschild archive holding some 25,000 digital images documenting this crucial partnership, underscoring their global reach and influence. The red shield, itself the Rothschild family symbol, granted them a de facto diplomatic immunity at military checkpoints. This unique privilege allowed the family to arbitrage scarce goods across fractured borders, directly profiting from the logistics of conflict. This wasn't just a symbol, it was a practical advantage that facilitated their operations and wealth accumulation during tumultuous times. It's important to address the conspiracy paradox, contrasting the myth surrounding the Rothschilds with the reality. The myth often suggests a $500 trillion net worth, ownership of central banks, and the family acting as global puppet masters. The reality is far different. Their wealth has been diluted among hundreds of heirs over 8 generations, and significant assets were expropriated by the Nazis and Vichy France. While still a wealthy family, their influence has been eclipsed by modern tech titans. As Mayer Amschel Rothschild himself once quipped, Jewish fortunes as a rule don't keep longer than 2 generations. In the modern era, the Rothschilds have undergone significant transformation, focusing on consolidation and advisory services. In 2003, the British and French branches merged to form Rothschild & Company, with a primary focus on global mergers and acquisitions advisory and wealth management. Their legacy has also shifted from financing wars to a prominent role in philanthropy, as evidenced by initiatives like the Rothschild Archive and the Waddesdon Manor. To summarize, the Rothschild network was built upon 4 foundational pillars. First, sovereign securitization, where they developed public bond markets, drawing investors to state debts by the 1820s. Second, information logistics, understanding that speed in communication was alpha, giving them a critical edge. Third, vertical integration, exemplified by their control from mine to railway. And finally, governance, which ensured unity through strategic dispersion of the family across Europe. The Rothschild family motto encapsulates their philosophy: Concordia, Integritas, Industria, Harmony, Integrity, Industry. They didn't just accumulate money, they were the architects who designed the very plumbing of the global financial system, a system that continues to shape our world today.